That's why, musicians, A.R. Rahman is 53 years old. And Will I Am was telling, really, you're 53? You look like 30 plus, right? Well, it keeps people young. Look at you,
Yeah.
you're young, you're looking young, so good on you, good on you. I want to go to the next one. You did tell me in a brief conversation that you are also having some autistic kids. I love kids, I love kids. I never brand anyone because they're
Yeah.
all human being. For me,
Yeah.
human being first, and then comes later,
Mm-hmm.
the rest of it. They are amazing minds by themselves. Now, when you're with them, could you share with me what are the uh, tools, techniques, or talents that you all use to engage with them? Because I believe these kids are they hyper? And what is the challenge and how certain techniques can help them? Is there you get them to chant something, or do you get them to make some kind of sound which regulates their body? What do you do?
Yeah, it's quite an interesting subject. First of all, I'm fortunate. I'm lucky to serve many children and adults in
Mm,
various mental health
yeah.
settings and music. By using the music therapy, in this area I call it as a therapy.
Mm,
So they are very special because they always do better than the normal ordinary
mm,
people, because their memory and brain works super
yeah.
advanced.
Yeah.
They can really memorize
Yeah.
things faster than the ordinary people,
Yeah.
so that's why they are called as special people.
Yeah.
But I have faced some uh, challenges. I won't say it's a difficulty, but because it's understanding another genre.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something
Yeah.
difficult. I don't want to brand, as you say, I don't want to brand it, but they are. I feel sometimes they are advanced than me.
Mm,
I feel so. So because unexpected things happens, because when we teach the same lesson to an ordinary person, they picks up late, and they can pick it up uh, earlier than them.
mm,
So I don't see much challenges, but only thing, it's quite difficult to make them to sit and behave in the class. In
mm,
while we have session one to one or class, so they sometimes they speak louder, or they frequently ask questions, or
mm,
frequently they get up and start to move and do
mm,
some things.
mm,
But as long it is not harming anyone else, it's
mm,
still fine. Because I'm also at risk. Sometimes they might behave, strange, because every autistic child has different
yeah.
type of thing. It's not the same. Uh, but the the only good thing that I see in them is they are able to adopt music,
Mm,
which I really believe it helps them, because they are not excited of anything else that their other ordinary human does, but they are very excited
mm,
when they listen to music and singing. So the, they they get excited to come here to my place to learn. So that is a big indication that it helps
mm,
them. They are not
yeah.
irritated with that.
Yeah.
So their mental health is, I think it's music is needed for their mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So in that
Wow.
way, I think it really helps them. It really helps them because they are extremely good at that. If you teach
Mm-hmm.
them mathematics or history
Mm-hmm.
or something else, it doesn't work out, because
Yeah.
why I strongly believe this, and I'm really happy about it, because human beings supposed to respond more to music, dance, and the creation of the nature more than the mathematics or whatever format or formulas that is created by us. So all these formulas and studies that we did in the school, it is to get a job,
Mm,
and also to be a person who can understand things outside.
mm,
We learned algebra in theorem Pythagoras and all that, but we don't implement that in our daily life. But at the same time, we do need that, because when you want to do something else, you need some basic calculation, to calculate a triangle, to have some logic. So just to make human brains logical, you have learned some mathematics, but you don't use that. But education is needed. But the fundamental is human can still live without that, just because we have an advanced syllabus, so you have to qualify yourself, you have to pass your exam, you have to go from primary, from kindergarten to primary, primary to secondary to tertiary, and then until you do your masters, to set your status and to be make yourself worthy for a higher salary. And end of the day, you forget the humanity. Not everyone. Basically, the concept has been set. Why you should go to school? Because you have to learn something. Okay, you need to learn. Why you need to learn ABC? Because you need to learn the English, because English is an international language. But the very first thing is already wrong. It's just A for apple. It's supposed to be A for apple, because it's A. So you see, it's a format. For me, it's a format. So when you say A is apple, people don't agree. So it is like that. So that is just an example. So we study to qualify ourselves, to fit ourselves into something that has been set to run your life. But it is only suitable for the corporate world or to live in the city. But if you are just choose to live as you are as a human, you don't need anything. You just need, food, shelter, and rest. The most important thing is food and water. So I'm not telling it is not important, but music, dance, and all these things has been always there. Even into, you watch some tribal movie, tribal people who lives in the jungle, they do have some kind of music. Yeah, I mean, people from this area will be having some kind of dance moves. They set up their campfire and they dance in unknown language. They will just have some kind of a dance step. And you go to another country, they have something else. So it is not a formula. It is not a rule that you must make music through this. You must dance like this. If you dance such, it is wrong. If you sing in this, it is wrong. So that is why you see music has its own thing in every area, the geographical thing. So tribal people or whatever, mostly tribal people will have their original music and original dance move. People who are in the city, they are formatted, because either you have to play the piano, you go to Western school, or you want to have Indian classical, or you want Chinese classical or traditional. You have things to choose. But when you are in jungle, you have no choice. You just be yourself. So autistic children, they are a type of people, they get settled with original things which already have within them. We just have to feed it. We just have to recognize and feed it, because they are not excited of things has been made. Otherwise, they won't be able to sing in the Shruti, or with the tap things is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. How they can keep tempo? Because for other musicians, I have taught them to keep their tempo. I have taught them to, but of course, tempo and Shruti comes naturally, because otherwise everybody would have become musician. Right or not? So it's something special. It's something, a talent, it has been always there. So not everyone can become musician, or singers can sing with perfect pitch or tempo. It has been always there, because they are blessed with some extraordinary talent. But you still can make someone, everyone as a musician, by putting a formula into them, by reading notes, by pressing a switch when you see a symbol, like musical notes. You give them a piano and you tell them this is C, D, E, F, this is sharp, and okay, you see this note, okay, you press. According to tempo, you have a metronome. 1, 2, the music comes. You can still produce music, but you can't say that you are a musician. You are just a music player, or you are logically using your brain to see something and to execute. That becomes music. But that is not music. Music has to come from you. So autistic children, they have already have this. So I see them, they are more special than other people. So people like me go into their life and tap it and just give little guidance, so they become amazing people. They can do excellent things than ordinary children. So this is
Wow.
what I see. They are so that I was given a chance to serve them. I take it
Wow.
that way.
Wow. Brilliant, man. This is cool.